live. And what are we going to do today is that we are going to demystify a bit Finnish job market, and all topics we are going to go through next couple of days are based on your questions. So it's kind of a question and answer evenings coming, and I'm really happy to be here for a quite long time. It has been a very busy 2 weeks. And what are we actually going to do is that now for several coming days, I have collected material. I'm going to explain a couple of things about the job market here and how it works. And it will be with a twist. It's not your regular go and apply for a work live feed. Idea is that I'll try to show it from point of the recruiter and from the companies, and then also try to show you what happens under the water. Because what you see online is just a fraction of all available jobs, and what you see there is the biggest competition. So what do we have to do? We have to go and fish under the water where the big fishes are. Around like that. And let me arrange a bit my screen. I opened an Obsidian. I think it's better to explain through that way. And I bet some of you guys have seen the chart we are going to go through. This evening is about the basics, just to get you a better idea what we are going to talk about the next day. And then you have a chance to take part. There is on the site comment box. Go leave your question there, any comment, and I promise every comment will be taken to this evening lives, and I'm going to answer to them. If I don't know exact answer, I'm going to find out. And then I have something else also planned. I have several CVs people have sent me, and I have edited them a bit. And what's not done yet is that I haven't picked company to apply. So I'm going to show you how to turn your CV and cover letter to actually a working unit. And soon I'm going to show you that what is the problem sending CVs out, why they don't bring results. So that's going to be explained now. And let me grab one link. Just a second. I'm opening a different browser. I'm trying to find out. And this link has been sent for a couple of people in advance. This is for a very small audience live, and we will see that how it will be in end of the week. And I hope that it will help as many people as possible. Let me see, where do I find a chat on my screen? There, I have a chat. There's a live stream chat. And now I'm writing that here is the link for the site. There you can leave comments. Quite simple. And I created the separate page where you can post your comment and questions, because then they all are gathered into one place, because these videos will be in multiple parts, and it's better that they are there, or not on the on the YouTube comment section. Of course, I will find those also from there. But what you can do on a comment section on a YouTube, you can just pop there and say hi. I should see it on the screen. Then I will know who do we have here with us. And I have a lucky guess that Dinesh would be here with us. So leave a comment on a chat log, and let's get this rolling. What I can't see at this moment is the website where is the comment field. So that one I will check quite soon. But let's go through first the general picture of a job market. And this is good information if you are new to Finland. So a couple of things has to be explained. So When we think about the job market, what's the format? How could I describe it? It's a good description would be an iceberg. What do we know about iceberg? Is that most of them, most of the most part of the iceberg is under the water, and what we can actually see is only around 10% of it. Everything is else is under the water level. Like here in a picture, and let me take a pen and let's color. I have no idea how to change the color to different color, but now it will be black. So you can see I painted top of the iceberg, and which part of that is actually the job market. That part is open applications online, the very same applications anybody can see. They are published on the different sites, like Duunitori, Työmarkkinatori, Jobly, Glassdoor, and many of those sites has exact copies of the place job. So one application or open position can be posted on different sites. So that's what everybody sees. Let's grab that from our list and drag it here on top of the sea level. Let's see. There it goes. So there's our job portals, and we shouldn't ignore them. Even when most of the people are applying for those very same places, there are a couple of things we can actually do. So we use them, but how do we use them? Now I'm throwing a nice arrow out there. So that's something we should always automate. And let's take a text here and write automate. Will it fit? Not really, but let's put it like this way, just to remind us that it's our passive tool. So how do we automate it? We sign up to those sites, and then we create a profile there, put our experience, upload the CV if the site accepts it, and then we select the region and kind of the works we want to apply. And here's the important part, that don't pick every field you see. Concentrate on a one, and then put your all effort there. And when that one is exhausted, then you should pick a new one. And why do we pick a one field, or field which has a very similar workplaces? It's the reason that we can use the same CV template there. We can apply the same positions with minimal changes. But I don't know, you guys, have you heard about ATS system? And that's what we will hit on here. ATS system is our digital barrier, and it's a pretty mean one. What does ATS mean? ATS means that it's applicant tracking system. Practically, when you apply for those open positions, machine will read your papers at first. Machine try to read it as well as it can, try to put things together, figure out your profile, job experience, training, skill set, and also the soft skills are, by the way, important. And then that one will compare it to open position, and it will rate your papers from 0 to 100. And there is a setting which companies can adjust, and usually it's around 75% or even higher in this current economy. And if you score lower than set limit, you get automated rejection. How do you know you got the automated rejection? It's that very generic email which comes as a response. It says something like that, hey, sorry, not at this time. You were not our pick. But please keep applying. We have more open positions coming soon. And when you go to company site or the portal you just applied, you will notice, damn, they have a place still open. And then you know that, hey, I got rejected by the machine, and and they kind of failed my papers. So let's write here a one text to remind us, and it comes here. It's ATS. ATS is completely a separate topic. I think it might be tomorrow or one evening after. I will take one CV and I will show you in simulation that when I send it forward, it will rate it. And most likely, I can guarantee we will be getting around 35-40% match with a job available. And then we are going to edit that CV. And then I will show you that with couple of simple changes, we will raise the machine readable to somewhere close to 85, 95, somewhere there. And what we do after that, okay, now our CV is machine readable. After that, we are going to compare it to open position and then see how the machine rates it, what kind of results we will be getting. And that's a really good practice just to show you what you have to do that your papers will get forward. And if we have a time, most likely we have, I make sure that we have, uh, I will tell you a case study. It's a real case. I don't know, is it a study? But it's about a Sri Lankan guy came in Finland around a year ago, and he did a crazy job. I was absolutely impressed. He applied for 400 open positions and got a very minimal results. Got like I don't remember, did he even get a one interview? He just got a couple of replies. And I spent a while with him, and we were thinking that, hey, what's going on? And he sent me the papers, what he has been sending out. And we made a couple of changes. First of all, we made them to machine readable. We picked a field, fit his background. And then we picked one city and all the companies in that field and sent an application there. And in 2 weeks, he had a job and he has been working since that point. And he just recently bought a car and doing really well. I'm planning to ask him to visit maybe end of the week, depending on his shifts, that if he would come and visit our stream and we could change a couple of words just to show you that it's really doable. You can find a job here. It will be a good job. By the way, not all of them are. And it will bring a great results. So we have hope. That's the main part. So that's the job portals automated. And then ATS will be our second topic or third topic. We will see. So that's when we fish in this category. Now I'm throwing a very ugly arrow. It's not working out well. It's too thick, but yeah, I'm gonna destroy it and we will throw like this. So, okay, come on. There. You can see it's already a really long day. So that's about the job portals and we will automate. If you are interested how to create a profile and what kind of setup you would like to have or what setup would work, send me a message on a site I have posted in a comment section, or just comment on the video and I can show you what kind of system I use. Basically, I sign up in the job portals, I create an Excel file to keep track what's going on, and then every time new open position drops on my email, I'll check that, hey, is this worthwhile to apply? And then I very quickly apply to it. I use minimal effort there. So even I'm using job portals, I'm applying for works, and I'm mostly applying for foreign companies. That's something I'm interested in, trying to figure out new new challenges and new experiences. So I'm in the same boat with you, and I'm going to share you how I'm going to do it. So that's our job portals. What else can we do? Because we really want to go and fish in that area. Under the water, we have 80 to 90% of available jobs in Finland. And what has changed? Why the top part doesn't work so well anymore? It's because of the current situation we have on the market. Uh, I can tell you what has changed and how it has changed. Uh, Years ago, this one goes back a lot in time. You could basically pick a factory, workplace. You made a list in the beginning of the day and you just went through them. And in the end of the day, you had a job. And if you didn't like a job you had, you just went to neighbor factories and companies and asked that, hey, do you have anything available? And it was a done deal. Couple of days and you had a new work. Things has changed. Times are a bit different. And a couple of years ago, for example, McDonald's opened in Vantaa, and there was a couple of open positions. I don't remember, but it was around four of them. And they published announcement online, and they got over 800 applications for those small amount of the positions. So chances to get a work that way, it's quite slim. And how on earth we can stand out in such a big group of people? Uh, then things got even worse. Last spring, uh, restaurant had a job announcement online. Was it in Porvoo area? It was for summer work, just one or two positions. And entrepreneur was shocked. What happened? They got over 4,000 applications for those couple of places. Absolutely insane. Insane amount, and nobody can go through that amount of the applications. So they just most likely picked couple of candidates or asked around through their own network that, hey, do you have anything available at this moment, or anybody you know is free? So it's it's a hard road. So let's see, how do we go to fish under the water? uh, let's see what I have here. Okay, let's have this one. This one goes in the gray area around here. It's not completely open, available everybody, because there's a company between. I don't know if you know what is a staff leasing company or staffing company. Basically, in Finland, we have over 2,000 staff leasing companies servicing another companies. How does the staff leasing company work? By the way, on the site, I have a couple of listed. There are links. You can click and it will take to their website, and then you can fill your application detail there. But that's again another topic. So, what is a staff leasing company? It's a company who has their own clients and they are providing workforce for another companies. For example, restaurants are very popular. Big restaurants, you see staffing companies that when they need workforce, they will contact the staffing company, and then staffing company will send a worker for that restaurant, and then staffing company bills the restaurant, gets the money, takes their cut, and they pays the salary for that worker. And why staffing company is good option, and we should always consider it, because it's really good for networking, and there are guys to look work for you. and and you can affect to that position. Like you can talk with the staffing company, you can try to lift your profile there, and it's a good option. But that's a separate topic which is coming. I think we could actually go in this order. We have them here. So leasing company also is relatively uh, how would you say passive way to find work, because they have their own clients and then they will contact the people that, hey, now we have something available, would you be free to come to work there? So staff leasing company is next one we should do after job portals. We have created the profiles, but then things are getting really interesting. uh, they are about the directories. uh, i- we have several websites in Finland. This is also a separate topic coming. Everything is coming very soon. But this is so big topic. We have so much work to do and go go through things that I'll write here an address. You can actually go and have a look if you haven't found. It's called finder.fi. Let me clean the screen a bit. So from finder.fi, you can search companies based on the area. Practically, you can write, for example, Vaasa, and then comma and CVOs, which means cleaning. And that site will list every company operating in Vaasa who is providing cleaning services. And on top of that, it will also show the company's turnover, how many people work there, and from there you can make a conclusion that, hey, is this something I should apply for? Because there's no absolute point to apply for small companies whose turnover is maybe 20-30,000 euros, because they don't have money to hire anybody. Most likely they are one person show. We should look for companies 10 to 20 people working, turnover a couple of million euros, and then also that they would be profitable. So basically, Finder provides information about the company's contact details, website information if they have one, what's their turnover, how many people are working there, and then are they profitable. That was, by the way, my biggest secret weapon when I worked for a staffing company. I did a half-year gig a long time ago, and we had a task that, hey, we should always make 10 cold calls in a week just to find the new clients. And people were going through newspapers, checking online ads, trying to figure out what kind of companies are around. But instead of looking for news, fighting for the same companies everybody is fighting, I went to Finder. I listed every construction company in our area, and I contacted every company which wasn't in the company's system in a week. And that one brought crazy good results. And it also works when you're looking for a work. So directories, definitely really good topic for us. What comes after directories? Here's actually something what works with the directory. And when we talk about the directories, I'm also going to show you about the billing services. Actually, I'm going to list my favorite ones on a website because I have tried most of them. And trying billing services doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't tie you to the company. You don't have responsibilities for them. You can just create an account there and start using it. So in Finland, we have a system where you can kind of run a company, be an entrepreneur without owning a company, with responsibilities to do a bookkeeping, track the expenses, and have all another responsibilities. And that system is called a billing service. How does it work? You find a client, can be done, for example, through directory. Like here, I made a small mark, not a pretty one, but wanted to show that what I'm talking about. So basically, you find your own client, you make an agreement with them. For example, I'll come and work for you, and you will be pay me by an hour, and you can decide what is your hour salary. And and you do the work, you have reached the point they agreed to pay you. Then you will go to billing service, and you will create a bill there. And billing service is sending the bill to your client, and your client pays the bill to billing service. And straight away, when billing service gets the money, they automatically take taxes away from it. They pay all the taxes instead of you. And then they will pay rest of the money you as a salary. So what's the catch here? How does the billing services actually live? Billing services takes a small cut. It depends on the service provider. It's from 2% up to 8%. But if it reaches 8%, it's way too big, a big cut. It should be somewhere in range from 2 to 4%. And best part is that that service also provides you an insurance that if you hurt yourself at work or you make some kind of a damage there to your client, so you're covered. You're not personally in too big trouble. So it's quite safe service to use. So billing service, definitely what to do. Like for example, in my case, I pick a case that how do I bill? I can bill through company, I can bill through billing services, and then it depends. If I just provide work without any materials or any expenses, because with billing service I can't reduce VAT. I can reduce expenses, but I can't reduce VAT. So pure services I run through billing service, and they take very small cut, which is less than the bookkeeping fees. So you can adjust what to use. And if you have a really big job to bill, like a couple of €1,000, then there are also billing services which will take a fixed fee. And that fixed fee is around 5 to €20, depending on the service. So it's really cheap way to operate. And it doesn't tie you to one company. You can use it once and then forget it. It's a really good service model, and best part is that you will earn more that way than you would just go and work for somebody. So when we talk about the money, we have different agreements in Finland, how what kind of salaries companies are going to pay. For example, I'm trying to check that how I can draw. I'll throw a row here. Let's see how it works out. If it doesn't work out, we will we will delete it. But if we start from job portals, uh, they are very often places with not that crazy pay. They will pay you maybe 12, €13 an hour, some places even less. So that's a lot of work for not that much of a money. Then we go to staff leasing companies. It will pay around the same, except if you are experienced worker, like in construction, you use a staff leasing company, they will offer for easy job to 12, €13, depending on the case. If you have experience, you have proof that, hey, I'm a really good worker, that when they send you out, they can charge more from the client. So the pay will go somewhere to €15 an hour. And then hardcore professionals will get close to 18 or €19. But I haven't seen cases that people would get much more from that. At least not on the company I used to work. Then we dive deeper. Hey, come on, what happened? Let's do it this way. I crippled my screen. Then we go to directories, and now we are deep in the sea, and now things are getting interesting. You are dealing directly with the companies, and you should charge more when you go in that area because companies doesn't have expenses which are related to employing people, and you can roughly use multiplier what staff leasing companies are using. So let's say that regular salary in that area would be 12 euros. You can use multiplier too. So you're going to charge 24 euros from the client, and it's still a really low ball offer. If you are construction guy, you know the basics. You don't have to be a professional. Then we are talking about 30 euros an hour. And companies are really happy to pay for it because if they would hire somebody, they would pay them, let's say, same 14 euros. The total cost for the company would be somewhere around 26 euros. So you can pocket that difference. Of course, you need to pay pension fees. It starts around 9,000 euros. Every some under that, you don't have to join the pension system, and it's a fixed fee uh, payment, so you can adjust it a bit. You can pick a minimum fee, and that one would be 170 euros a month, around there, a bit over 175. And when you go to billing services, then things are getting even more interesting because there you can charge like you would be a real company. If you can prove to client that, hey, I'm really worth of it. Like I have been doing snow works on a construction site and being paid 45 euros an hour plus VAT. So it makes a really good pay. And if I would work on a job coming from the job portal, I would be earning 12 to 13 euros. So that's where the difference is when we go in the different categories. It really pays the effort. And what happens when we go through directories, we talk with people, we go through companies, we network. And that's the golden area in Finland. When you network with another people, they already know your background. They can recommend you to another places, and and it makes things easier. 90% of the gigs I do comes through networking. And I do networking in different ways. I run safety trainings to Finnish companies. Like today, I was talking with a mining company, some one drilling, ground heating, creating ground heating holes, and then I had a old hardcore construction worker who does checkings before retiring. And I spent a full day with them and build a nice relationship. And I can come back to them later, ask, how are you doing? Do you have anything available? So that's how you build network. Just talk with guys, find about what's available. And don't be afraid if you don't speak Finnish. A lot of companies speaks English. And there's actually one way to find out if companies have official language as English. So then you know that, hey, this is the place I should contact. They definitely doesn't care if I don't speak English. But it comes in 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 that area. Hey, Vishal is online. Hi, nice to see you. How are you doing? Don't be afraid to send me a message. It's a absolutely allowed, and that's how we are going to go through things. And I know what to show you. So it has been 34 minutes. We have used today's time, and what you can do now is that collect every question in your mind and write it on the site. There's a link on the site, and I'm going to go them through tomorrow. I will prepare material for the evening, and then we're going to go it through together. And all of this will be saved on a one site that people can go back easily and just see what's there. And I will edit a bit, leave this all the blah blah out of the video, that you can have a quick short look and get the idea. But this little monster we just draw here, this is our our topic for coming days, and we will have real life examples. I try to go mostly through those. And I think it's really time for me also to hit the bed. And and it has been really fun and nice to be back in YouTube, just to talk about things and show a couple of ideas, and I really hope it will help you. And this is this works in the two ways. You can network with me, stay in touch, ask questions, and if you have some specific area you're looking for a work, just just let me know, and we will pick that as one of the topics. So I'm going to say you good night, and we will see here tomorrow. It will be around same, something past 10 and between half past 10. It depends when my kids are going to bed. Okay, thank you, and see you really soon again. Now I lost my mouse. There it is.